All of us say that we love God with all our heart, mind, and soul, but we all have little g, little gods in our life. Who are the gods in your life? If we are extremely busy and we run from one thing to the next, it's like being on a treadmill and we're going nowhere. And it's my contention that we're trying to fill this little space that resides in each of us. You've all probably discovered it by now. That is like ultimate loneliness for us. And it's a space that's in us that I believe God put in us that only God can fill. And a lot of us as human beings try to run from one thing to the next to fill that. Some people run to drugs, some run to alcohol, some run to sex, some run to possessive friendships. We all try to run different places until we realize that we have to stop because nothing can fill that spot except God. And when we come to that knowing, we can honor this commandment. Socrates said the unreflected life isn't worth living. And if we don't reflect on our lives, if we don't stop the busyness, if we don't get off the treadmill, there will never be room for God's presence in our life. God can't fill that space unless we make time. The little God in our life might be our ego. It might be our defense mechanisms. Whatever it is that we push people out, push our neighbor out, or push God out, those are the little gods. It can be football, it can be sports, it can be music, it can be science. Whatever is number one in our lives right now is our little g. Another clue to that is, where do I spend my time? Is it in front of the TV watching a football game? I'm watching Notre Dame too. I'm not preaching here to the choir. I'm guilty too. I love the Brewers too. Where are we putting our time? Our lives, if we call ourselves lovers of God, need to be focused on God. And I think most of us don't do that. The second commandment. Thou shalt not take God's name in vain. It's also referred to as the law of respect. One of our team members said to me last night after this presentation, I wish you would have said to everybody, tell them not to say, oh my God. I said, oh my God, around some people, and they were very offended by that. And when she